fasting, I think maybe people don't really understand what fasting is. I mean, even though it's pretty clear, the word is pretty clear. But I think sometimes when people think of fasting, they're thinking more about abstaining.
Yeah, that's a great point, Father. There's a real disconnect in the definition of the two. Even in our church, even in the teachings of the church. You know, when we abstain from something, we're abstaining from one specific food. You know, for Lent, I'm going to give up chocolate, you know, whatever it may be. But fasting is giving up all of that, you know, to giving up and emptying yourself totally, to open yourself up to God.
And it's the emptying. That's what's at the core.
It's like going 18 hours with just bread and water and nothing else. No coffee, no syrup, no
butter.
No butter, exactly. No yogurt, nothing else. Go
no
18,
olive oil dipping, none of
nothing.
that.
Just have the Holy Eucharist and bread and water, and crave the Holy Eucharist.
Well, why is fasting so important? Why is it? I know you have said to me that it's really a gift from God, and it has been for centuries. Why is it so important?
Jesus has given us all the tools, we talked about that earlier, that we can survive in this world with, to fight the temptations of this world. Fasting is one of those tools. We've lost the art. We no longer practice it. We no longer teach it. It's so important because he taught us to use this tool. He said himself, when you fast, he's not saying, by the way, if you should think about fasting, he's saying when you fast.
So it's just presumed that
it's an
that we're
action.
going to be doing
He's saying we should be doing this. And today is a time when we should be doing it.
And for 40 days and 40 nights, the gospel tells us Jesus went into the desert and he fasted.
And he soundly defeated Satan. Yeah. You want to defeat evil in this world? This is the way to do it. He soundly defeated Satan.
And bread and water, bread specifically, is integral to this. So when can we presume that when Jesus went into the desert and he fasted for that length of time, that it was on bread and water that he fed?
You know, we could, but the fact of the matter is bread in those days was so much more nutritional. There wasn't all the scientists of today, the food scientists, that are adding all these things in bread today. So bread and water in those days was a staple. Fasting was a part of their daily life. And that's how so many saints became saints.